Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Thursday. Getting closer to the weekend, guys. Well, I bet you're wondering where I'm at today. Well, I was all set to go to the post office, had everything put together, and I was going to go, and I caught my daughter for some reason. I don't know why. And, yeah. So, we ended up going to Walmart, and as you can see, I got some goodies. We stopped at the other thrift store that is like down by Walmart, which is about 45 minutes away from us. And this place is huge, ginormous compared to the place I go to on a weekly basis. So I found a few things, just a few. So what did I get? Well, this was actually in this box, but the top wouldn't close. So it's just a little sewing kit, and it's got a plastic thimble and a needle that I'm not sure I'd ever use. And it's, of course, got one of these little handy-dandy threaders. Now, these work really good for sewing needles. You know, they have the real small eye, but for the big stuff with DMC floss, no. So, yeah, this thing says it's made in Germany, but I don't think that's where this was made. Not real sure, but it's a nice little box. I might put the thread into my sewing box and just go on, you know, and keep this for something to hold beads or something. But the crew was this box. I wanted this box. So, for $8, I got the box, I guess. But it's a great big cigar box. And I don't know how old it is. I'm trying to find a date on it. I'm not seeing anything, but I know it's one of the older ones. But inside, there's a little thing of Millward's crewel needles. So those could possibly be used for needles, or to go into my little basket with little antique odds and ends. It says War Pack. I don't know what that means. Made in England, and since 1730, so Millard's needles, and it says Clark's spool cotton, so you know this is fairly old. I know, I go crazy over the biggest things. This says 47 cents, so you know it's fairly old. More crewel needles. Some extra buttons. You know, I'm collecting buttons this month. I don't know, it's the year of the weird. So, there's just one little button in there. We'll put it back in its little folder, like it's been for the past 40 years. More, it says Betweens Quilting. They were only 47 cents at Gibson's. Got two more things of thread. I could just, whoop, maybe three. I feel it coming. Oh, these probably fell out of that thing, because they're all alike. So we'll get them out of the way. Then there's a needle kit from Farmers Insurance Group. Complete needle assortment for bags, leather, clothing, and darning. Isn't that cool? There's a couple missing. No big deal. I just thought it was cool. Now this one says Japan on it. And there's no date. Maybe this is the date. It says 2 of 85 here. So, it's not that old. Then there's a latch hook. I haven't done latch hook in forever. Somebody asked me if I'd ever do a video for that. I don't know. I'm just not ready. It's not the time of year to go there. And then there is a Dritz tracing wheel. It has a nice old looking handle. It's real heavy. Don't know that I would use it. I might get something to put like antique, you know, utensils. And there are, count them, 4 pairs of scissors in there. These kind of have curved edges. And they're lacrosse. And this says it's made in Pakistan. But they're kind of straight pointed scissors. And these are little round, see the edges are kind of round. They probably don't cut worth a damn, but I just like the whole box. There is a Bernita that? Bernina seam ripper, and it's kind of old looking. I know Bernina's been around a while. Maybe it's not that old. And there is an entire box. It says pineapple, assorted colors, packed by Paradise Fruit Company, Plant City, Florida. When you when you take it off, there's a whole bunch of crochet hooks in here. And one of these I used to have, that it came from my grandmother. It's bone. I don't know if this is made like bone, but it seems crude enough to have been made by bone, with bone. And that's B-O-N-E, not the bone type scissors. Isn't that how you say that? But there's a nice big assortment of crochet hooks. And there's some plastic little ones. So yeah, I just thought that was just kind of a neat little trip. And let's see what else is in here. Got another seam ripper. We have a container full of, what do you call it? Those are safety pins. And also there is a yarn needle in here. It barely fits in there, but that's an old one. They're probably made out of steel. There's another yarn type one. But I thought that was kind of cool. And we got another, we have a nail file, and it says Chenille, I think that is, Brothers, and that's C-H-N-E-I, maybe L-L, Brothers, from New Jersey. It's by Lacrosse. Has the little cross on it. So it must have come with some of those scissors. And we have eraser, another sewing kit, and look at this little measure. You can tell somebody just used it to death. They just absolutely loved it for marking stuff. So I'll just keep all this stuff in this box, but I just thought it was cute. We even have a thimble, but that thimble is a size 7 and it ain't even going to fit on my finger. It might fit on my little finger. Well, it does, but just depends. I usually like to keep my thimble on the medium part. And there's some random buttons and another little sharps things from Millard Sons. This packet is all wrapped up. Whoop. Don't know if there's still needles in here or not. Yep, there's needles. There's your needles. I might put that in my little antique basket. Doesn't say Sole Agent 1857. I'm sure that's not how old that is, for sure. But I just think it's cool. And then we got some miscellaneous something here. We'll see what's in this little container. Oh, there's a crap load of pins. Oh, holy heck. And there's a whole bunch of steel pins. My mother used to have steel pins because that's all they had back then. Yeah, so we'll just keep that all wrapped up. There's a nice big old fat pin. Looks like a hat pin almost. Just beautiful. So we'll just put that all back together and put this away. I'm sure these things... Oh, this has a case for it, I think. That poor girl, she was trying to get it in the... There we go. That goes in there. So we got a couple seam rippers and these threads. She tried not to dump it, and I told her really she couldn't hurt it. So, whoops. We'll just put all this stuff back in here. And that's so not all that I got. But that was just all there for $8, and I said that's a find. So, and I'm sure these scissors aren't that old. I have no idea how old they are. Doesn't say. We'll just put it all back together. Put this here. And now see, I can close that box because that was on there. Okay, let me set this aside. Then Now we'll go with the bag and get rid of it. I found this bag for $3. And inside it were all these old looking hoops. And some thread. This says thread minder. It has a number on it. And there's some DMC. There is more DMC. Ouch. Got a little hangnail there or something. It was catching. Now this is, if I can turn it the right way, American Thread Company. So, lots of thread. Made in England, wherever it was. It says Pearl Lusta on it. These are on thread drops. They're marked what, you know, kind of. Must have been a while because that looks kind of old. More of that thread lusta. There is, I don't know, is this Kreinik? It's kind of shiny, like Kreinik, and so is that yellow. It's just going everywhere. Oh yeah, it'll be a joy to stitch with. No, it feels a lot different. I can't get it to stay. I'm trying to get, there's, oops, I dropped one. Big old wad of thread. It looks like it came from a kit, doesn't it? And this says P-E-R-I hyphen L-U-S-T-A. 100% cotton, made in England. Some more thread drops. I just wanted to get to the, to these. There's some DMC. There's a piece of tape. It's probably holding it because if it's anything like its cousins that I just touched. And this says, this is patent Duchess felt cushioned. My mother used to have one kind of like this. It was real old. It might have belonged to somebody. But it's got like, it looks like styrofoamish, but it's probably felt. It's just ancient. Might need to be rewrapped. But yeah, I thought that was cool. And then I love this one. It's a kind of a tension one. I don't know if the tension still works or not. Or if it just stays stationary, but it's got felt all the way around the outside. Let me see if I can get you any lighter. There we go. And this one says made in Taiwan. I don't know if that was 99 cents or whatever, but still got a good screw on it, so it'll screw down. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. I think it's just plain, yeah. But it's nice and thick, you know. I like thicker ones when I'm doing embroidery stuff. And then this one has a tension. So you know these tension ones, I think are older. This is Hold Tight, made in the USA. So I thought that was all kind of cool. I got it basically for the hoops because I like the antique looking hoops. And you can tell people have used them, but that's okay. So we'll put all that back in there. And we've been looking for a crochet hook. I couldn't find one in town. So I got my granddaughter. I forgot to leave this with my daughter. She needed practice thread that was a little bit bigger than baby fingering yarn. So we just got her a pink and purple. They were like $1 a piece or something. I don't even know that they were that much. Then I found another one, another little box. And in here, there's anything from beads and all different colored buttons in little bags. There's some gold thread. Never been opened. It's still in the plastic. There's some little crocheted rosettes. There's 1, 2. See, I can't crochet with that stupid fingering yarn. I have to practice and practice or else I'll never get my gauge down. Oh, look at this one. But aren't they cute? They'd go on something antique-y looking, wouldn't they? Then there's a little pink heart. Wood heart. And the letter B. But there's just little bags after little bags in here. I'm trying to get them all together. Some Coats and Clark. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of a little fringy type stuff. Wouldn't that make something pretty for Christmas? You know, pretend they were little icicles. I think that would be cute. And there's some more thread. Can't see what it says. Whatever it was $19. Oh, it was $38. I have no idea. Covington, it's some kind of yarn. But it doesn't say anything else as to what it is. Not a clue. And thread. And thread. And an S. And there's this whole bag, let me lay these down over here, of little bitty, they look old. I mean, like they've got dirt on them. Does that make sense? I'll just pour some out in my hand. They might be like bone or shell, but they're ancient. Just ancient looking. Anybody got a clue what those are? Because, you know, you'd have to sew them from on one side. But there's a whole bag of them, whatever the heck they are. They just look cool. So we're going to keep them separate. I just love looking through other people's treasure boxes. You could occupy me for hours with my mother's and my grandmother's sewing baskets. What's this? What's that? What's it? I just drove them nuts. Yeah, little did they know. Oh, and we even have a tiny bow if you need one. And there's a whole bunch of different kinds. I'm trying. There's just bag after bag of all different kinds of buttons. Individual buttons. There's some elastic for those beads. Wooden hearts. You can make some, what do you call it? Thread minders out of them. There's some yarn that went for something or other. Coats and Clark. I'm trying to get to the bottom so you can see all the different things down here. But there's some things that go on the backings of pins. There's even a card of wooden buttons. They were 78 cents at Walmart. Can you imagine? God, there's still more. I'm telling you. But all different kinds of little doodads. Oh, look. I haven't seen this in 50 years at least. There's a jacks. Anybody play jacks anymore? I know I couldn't get down on the friggin' floor to play jacks. More buttons. But all different sizes and colors and shapes. Ooh, look at that pretty one. Might have gone on a beautiful sweater. It looks like it's been through the mill, though. That's okay. I like this kind of crap. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, here. Oh, it's just a little brassy looking button. But, you know, there was just all kinds of little trinkets and doodads. So I thought I'd put this in my button jar as well. So that's all that was in there. Got one more, guys. I know. I hit the jackpot for buttons. I have enough buttons to, you know, I could probably give away 100 buttons for every time I give a giveaway, and I'd still have buttons. I just like buttons. They're interesting. Now in this one, of course, we have the plastic bags. You knew there was going to be extra buttons. Look, this one's 29 cents from Grant. This says Corbin Rainforest buttons. Genuine, I don't know how, vegetable ivory. Whatever the heck that means. Anybody got a clue? Have you ever seen buttons like that? It says Corbin has selected Taga, T-A, I don't know if that's how you say it, TAGUA nut buttons on this garment for their beauty, which has been shaped by the elements and carved with care. The Taga nut button contains no resin, produces no waste, and has a positive impact on our ecosystem. So that's kind of cool. Just a little keepsake. Some more 29-cent buttons. I remember my mother used to have blouses that had them kind of buttons on them. There's just two by themselves. Another button. This is the thread to fix the sweater. It says blue navy sweater something colors. Unit colors. Blue blouse. What do we got here? Blue pants. Steamboat. This says Cigarette's collection of unique brand of prints and corrugated solids and fabrics specially dyed to create a wide range of subtle and brilliant colors. Doesn't say whatever it was $39.50. I thought maybe the buttons were made of something different. Look at these little flowers. Aren't they pretty? Oh yeah, I could just spend all day here. I know. I'm getting there, guys. And these are real heavy metal beads of some kind. I'll take out a little handful. They must have come. Look at those. Those look like they're made from sea glass almost. They look like tops of mushrooms. And they have a little, you know, the thing is built in. It's like they're hand carved. So I have no idea what those are. Thought it was interesting. More bags of buttons. I mean, I knew you were missing them. And there looks like some suit coats or coats, heavy coats. Oh, nose. All this stuff making me itch. And some kind of Eddie Bauer wooden beads. Beads. Buttons. There's one off a blue-white checkered sweater. Oh, bet that thing went out in the 60s. Another thing of thread. Isn't that beautiful, though? And look at these leather buttons. They're all genuine leather buttons off of something. Probably something Eddie Bauer. Ooh, and there's a pretty one. It kind of shimas. But there's just all kinds. Now these are all bigger. Look at that one. They're just, oh, beautiful. Oh, and there's some. These are like, they're not, I don't know what it's called. But it's not silver, I don't think. They're not heavy enough to be silver. I can't read the mark. But they look like they're from India or someplace like that. I wonder how they'd clean up. I have no idea. But they're heavy enough to... I don't know that they're... I can't get one by itself, but they feel pretty heavy. Then we got that pretty thing. See, some of these that make beautiful little needle minders. Big, huge buttons. Where was that one? I was going to show it to you. Dagnabbit. There's a big one jammed in there. Look at that one. Huh? I remember coats in the 60s, so these are really old. Oh, my daughter liked that one. It's kind of cobalt. Isn't that pretty? It's just plastic, but, you know, it don't take much to entertain me. I can't find the one I was looking for. There's one that's shaped like a leaf. But I'd say these are far older. We used to have them to hold down the sidearm covers on our couch. We had a Herculon couch. Oh my god, that thing was so itchy. I hated that couch. I don't know why they even brought it home. It was so bad. But there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's one with an anchor on it. Just all kinds of knick-and-knacks. Oh, here's the one I was going to show you. It looks like it's made out of mother and pearl. I'm not too sure that it isn't. That is one heavy little piece. But it's just beautiful. Wouldn't that make a gorgeous needle minder? And it's heavy. You know, it's like glass almost. So I think it is mother of pearl. But it's just beautiful. And this one, look at that. It looks like it's been through fire. Oh, I was going to try to show you sideways. Unless it's just like a natural bead. You know, they just cut the shell to that size. Just beautiful. It sounds like shell. Touch it in my hand. A little bit of leather buttons. Just all kinds of goodies. You could just take hours and days. Oh, looks like a belt buckle off of something. Just interesting. The kind of buttons people have. There's a nice big old glass one. God, that thing weighs a ton. But look at the cut. I'll show you on the back. See? It's like glass that's been cut. And there's another one. Whoop. It's kind of got a glass designed, and it's all fractured on top. I know. What else did you get, right? So that's all that's in there. All kinds of new buttons. Another glass button. So I'm sure I could find something to go with that. But they're just, oh, there's another one of those. See, it looks like it was shell or something, and they just kind of drilled. Helter-skelter. I don't know. Ooh, look at that one. Can't tell. It's not too heavy. It's probably just yep, it's formed plastic. I'm crazy, right? Just love buttons. They're just so unique and so interesting. Although we didn't think about it at the time, right? I'd have been buying up all them 10 centers. Alright, so that's all that was in that one. So we're just going to leave it for a while. And it's in one of those, I don't know, fruitcake. Yeah, Russell Stover fruitcake. I used to have a box like this. It belonged to my grandmother. Because we used to get fruitcake. She loved fruitcake. Then in this container, I'll turn it sideways and upside down. It's nice Tupperware. It's Tupperware. It's not like made. What is that? Rubbermaid. It's not Rubbermaid. It's Tupperware. Anyway, for $6, are you ready? Voila. It was jammed full of all different kinds of threads. There's some lustras in here. There's DMC in here. Just all different beautiful colors. Just beautiful. We should go into the business of making them bracelets again. And let's see, we got, what is this? William. Oh, now wait a minute. This is something different. Let me look. I gotta see what this is. I can't tell. It's French. We'll go there. Cartier Bresson, Paris, France. And it is cotton. I thought for a minute it was going to be silk. So has anybody ever seen that? It's Brilliante. No. Brilliant d'Ager. Yeah. So there's some of those in there. I thought it was going to be silk, but it's not. Most of this is cotton. There's a DMC special, number 210. So there's just all kinds of thread in here, but I thought it was worth bringing home because I can't pass up thread when it's in a big basket. But I'll sort them out one day and put all the Swatagere, well, not Swatagere. I finally almost got ready to say that, and I can't. Well, that Peri Lustra is from England. I'm sure y'all know what that is. I've just never seen that brand. But there's a little bit of everything in here. But it's all, cotton. thread. I was trying to turn it over and kind of mix it up. Whoop, we're going to lose that one. And I don't know that it has any dates on it. I'm not seeing anything. No dates. Not even on the DMC. But this is special. So it's 603. I don't know what that all means to everybody. There's even variegated in there. So that's all that's in here is thread. So, who knows? But we got more thread. So, yeah. You'd think that sooner or later I'd have an entire set of DMC. Oh, and then I had to go see that antique. Well, I know it's not an antique, but it's a antique reproduction of a DMC box. Yeah. Go Angela. She got her husband to flip for one of those for Christmas. I'm trying to get it shut here. Oh, I should have pushed in the middle. Huh. I forgot how to work Tupperware because I haven't seen it in 50 years. So I thought that was a good buy for $6. I'm like, yeah. So, and I don't care. I can use it, you know, when I'm doing my own thing. But that's all I got from the thrift store. But yeah, that DMC box. Oh, piece of the resistance. But I'm sorry, I don't have $800 to do that. So, oh God. Yeah, I informed my daughter today. I said, I know what you and your brother can get me for Christmas. What's that, Mom? Yeah, she says all innocent like. You don't know your mother. So I told her about that DMC box. And it comes with every color of DMC. Oh, really? $800? I may have to call my brother and ask him for 4. Because I don't think I can do that this year. She thought I was for real. I'm like, seriously? Not. No. Oh, God. I'd pass right out. It's beautiful looking. It's not an antique. It's antique-like. So, I mean, maybe the handles are vintage. I have no idea. But it is a beautiful box, and I don't know what it's made of. It's kind of reminds me of mahogany. It's kind of that color. Maybe not as dark as mahogany. Kind of got more red gold tones to it. So I don't know what it's made from. I looked it up on Amazon. Not happening. That girl that opened that, she goes, yeah, it was kind of spendy. It's kind of like a piece of furniture. I didn't even think about what she was saying. Yeah, and then I saw the price, and I'm like, well, does anybody else carry this? Wonder how much it is from DMC. Yeah, no, don't go there. Yeah, it'd probably be twice as much at DMC if you ordered it from them. But yeah, so that was our big adventure today. So it's like almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Holy cow, holy cow. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Just absolutely fried. So I just thought I'd show you all my finds, but the best part of the whole thing was the antique buttons and this box. Just love this box. You know, it's like one of those things you strive for in life, like the Whitman sampler box. Yeah, I got at least 2 of those, because gotta have. And a cigar box. And this is an old cigar box, I'm convinced. Because, here's what convinced me. Okay, are you ready? Let's turn it upside down. Whoops, gotta turn it around. It says, the cigars herein contained were manufactured to retail at more than 4 cents each and not more than 6 cents each, and are so tax paid. Factory number 110, District of Florida. Notice the manufacturers of the cigars herein contained have complied with all the requirements of law. Every person is cautioned not to use either this box for cigars again, or the stamp thereon again, nor to remove the contents of this box without destroying said stamp under penalties provided by law in such cases. And then it says factory number 110 something, oh no, COL dot District of Florida 50. And somebody has taped it up with duct tape, which I could have just freaking killed him, but hey, we're lucky to have the box. But there's no date on it or anything. Nothing at all. Of course, now the lid's stuck in there. Yeah, of course. I pushed it just a little bit far. There we go. So, yeah, it's just beautiful. But there's no date on it. But I love the contents and everything it took. You know, if one person had moved left or right, none of this would have been in here. Or one thing would not have gotten in there. You know, it's just, life amazes me sometimes. It just amazes me. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.